Well, after the season ends, the Chargers most likely moving about 12 miles north of here. But for now, we've got football at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Brissett, Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On first down, Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Brissett, complete to Hilton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
52's the mic right here. 52's the mic. Bring it.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett, they'll run the screen with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. He finds an opening past the 40. Cuts it out to the side. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will be a Back as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. At the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing, Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Brissett now. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Third and long for Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Brissett on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Go 190, 180.
7-7, our score after one.
Round 80, round 80. There we go, 37's the mic. Mic 37. Watch the slant. Kill. Zero. Hey, turn it up.
On second down, Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Red Delta. 37's the mic. Mic 37. Yo. Hey, Echo.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
After the sack on first down, Rivers trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
On the ready. 52.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 44, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Rivers on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Rivers now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Brissett. And able to find Green. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards. Looking to run with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rivers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Rivers. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Brissett. Funches has it complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Complete to Devin Funches.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now a give, right side. Hines. And past the 30, down to about the 27.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
But no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fit man.
Here's Brissett, and he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Going deep for Benjamin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is not going to get the 1st down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett, and the catch made by Hilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it. It's Mack. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Marlon Mack. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett, and this one's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let them know, let them know. Say. Cross the right.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Here's Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 26.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Green brings it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Brissett. Complete to Hilton. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So beat it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. With a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
We got 3. We got 3.
Here's Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the home team here, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew.